Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Foundations for Success. I have Jeff with me here today, and maybe Jeff, start by telling us a little bit about how long you've been in real estate investing.
I've been investing for 24 years, somewhere there.
Okay, and what got you into the business, and what types of deals did you start off with when you got into real estate?
Traditional rentals, and I was lazy. I wanted to do something once and get paid over and over for it. And yeah, that's how I got started.
Okay, and have you done any flips at all?
Not traditional flips, no.
No? Okay.
I've done renovations, but mostly renovations to rent.
Okay, well, you kept yourself out of that one. You're lucky you. Good for you. All right, so I mean, you've been in the industry for quite a while. So what made you decide to take a course from somebody, and learn something new?
I was new to Calgary, or back to Calgary for probably about a year or so when we met. And I was looking for new strategies to get into this marketplace. A lot more expensive than I was traditionally working in back in Manitoba. And also the downward market that we were in. So your strategies seemed to fit the bill. And with your vast experience, I jumped on board and I was excited to learn from you.
Okay, so what kinds of things did you learn that you didn't know before when you came through my program?
I guess the agreement for sales, I knew somewhat, but the way you did it is a little bit different. And so I've learned those strategies, as well as just your vast experience in developing and I can't even think of all the different, you've done everything, and 600 plus deals you keep saying, and it's amazing just not only what to do, but also what you've done that didn't work helps a lot, so I don't go down those paths as well. So that was quite beneficial to
I'm a graduate of the School of Hard Knocks. I think I got honors. Yeah, no kidding, eh? So you and I did a little field trip one day, and I thought it was really neat because we had just been talking about rent-to-owns and the traditional way that most people do rent-to-owns here in Canada being coming from the U.S., and a lot of the way it's set up doesn't necessarily hold if it has to go to court here in Canada. And I thought it was really interesting and good timing. The day that we went to court, there was a young man there that was having to fight for his ownership in a house. So maybe just tell us a little bit about what happened.
Yeah, they were both struggling to prove their point or prove their ownership in it, and the owner that had sold it rent-own without using proper paperwork and maybe just not explaining things properly to the potential buyer. The buyer had not made payments at that point for 6-7 months at least, I believe, and he was trying to prove to the court that he had done some sweat equity for work to make those payments up, and that sweat equity was not even agreed upon by the owner of the property to do those kind of repairs and work, and so it was really messed up, and it was both sides were having a hard time, and the judge was having a hard time understanding what was even the direction he should take, because the paperwork or the
Well, the young man couldn't prove his ownership clearly enough, could he?
not at all.
No, it looked like the tenant might actually be a buyer for several different reasons that we've also talked about in class. So it was really kind of perfect timing for us to walk in that day and have that exact kind of deal happening. So that was really good. So what would you say to anyone that was maybe looking into my program, but they'd maybe seen me online and they were, they're like, oh my gosh, there's some bad press. She's in the middle of this, drama scenario. What would you say to anyone that was maybe hesitant about checking out my program because of that?
This online world's full of drama, isn't it?
True.
All I can say to that is, with your experience and with the as much stuff that you've done, like all the greats, you're going to have some haters and some people that are just put things out there and spin the truth, or even, just people have experiences and you learn and you grow from them, and it doesn't take away from what you have to teach them.
Awesome, thanks so much. So if you were talking to somebody about the Foundations for Success, would you recommend it to somebody?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Jeff. I appreciate your time and sharing with everybody here about the program and a little bit about me. Thanks so much.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Bye.